Earlier this summer, Canon released 3 new camcorders. We're going to look at one of those today. We're in New Orleans. We're taking a look at the XA50. Since 2008, when Canon released the 5D Mark II, DSLRs and now mirrorless cameras have all been taken over for the camcorder. But this past summer, Canon released 3 new camcorders, and we're going to take a look at one of those today, the XA50. This could be a game changer. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly with this XA50. So, first and foremost, before we talk about the usabilities, let's talk about the things that is equipped on this camera. First and foremost, one of my favorite things about any camcorder is the XLR cable input. Anytime you use cables that are this thick, you're going to get a higher quality of audio recorded with your video. That's also very important. So there's 4 channels that you can record into this camera. It also has a built-in ND filter, 3 stops. It also has the ability to shoot in 4K, 30 frames per second, 1080 at 60 frames per second, so you can get some cool slow motion shots. It has dual, another reason I love this camera is it has dual SD card slots. Another special thing about this XA50 is it has the dual pixel autofocus that you're going to find on the Canon EOS R and other mirrorless full frame cameras to give you even better bokeh than you normally don't get with a fixed lens on a camcorder. Now this does shoot, you can zoom in 15 times in 4K and up to 30 times in 1080p. What do you say we take this XA50 out into New Orleans and see what it can do? Is it good for usability, and does it take great video? Those are the 2 things that I look for. Let's go see if it does that.
Close with thee. I let it be. Oh dear Lord, I let it be. I said yes, I'm closer, walk with thee. Friend in Jesus, I believe. Walking close with thee. I let it be. Oh dear Lord, let it be. Everybody help me out, everybody says, just a closer walk. 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 Everybody help us out. Protect me from all wrong. Take a picture, leave a picture, and I'll be satisfied as long as I walk and we walk. Oh, yeah. Ba 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 ba. Oh yeah.
Although New Orleans is known for its food, music, and culture, it's a very popular place for a lot of big businesses. IBM, Rolls-Royce, Capital One, also Popeyes calls New Orleans home. In addition, New Orleans ports are one of the busiest ports in the world. So it might be a good idea to get on one of these ships and go up and down the Mississippi and see what New Orleans has to offer. Is the video good? I think the quality of video is good. The usability was very good. It's very easy to manipulate, but there are some things that I don't like about this camera. First, the battery life. On a full battery, if you're shooting in 1080, you might get 90 minutes. If you're shooting in 4K, you're gonna get less than an hour. I'd expect a little bit more battery life from a camcorder like this, especially a pro camcorder. So I'm very disappointed in the battery life. Another thing I didn't like is, you know, for $2,000, I'd expect to shoot 1080 120 frames, maybe 4K at 60 frames per second, but that might not be a deal breaker for you. For me, 1080 at 120, I would like to see that in this XA50. The 4K 30, I can live with that, but some people might want 4K 60. Another thing that this camera lacks is Wi-Fi. If you want to broadcast live stream or something of that kind, you're not going to find that capability with this XA50. There's no question that a camcorder like this would be great for weddings or for events, things like that where you need to hit record and just let it roll until the battery goes. But if you're looking for a camcorder that shoots outstanding video and it's very easy to use, you're going to be happy with the XA50. But again, dual card slots, 4K 30 frames per second, 1080 60 frames per second. It's a very, very capable, and I would say top level pro camcorder. So if you're on the fence on whether you should buy this camera, rent it first. Take it out for a test drive, see if you like it. Hope you liked this review. If you did, please hit that like icon, share it with all your friends. Also go to my YouTube channel. You can see a lot more of my videos there. And go to my website, ronrobinsonstudios.com, to see what I can do for you. Until next time.
How about a hand for that tube man? Woo! Leg from any old tail. And the arm from any old shell. And the neck from that wine bottle.
Thank you.